smoky sort of sweet.
Oh, wow.
Is that nice?
Hello. Yeah.
It'll wake up the sinuses.
That'll wake me up, exactly. Okay, so yeah, so we're all done with those.
Yes.
And then we are going to make another dish. What are we going to make now?
All right, we are going to make paella. So the same thing. Generally, it's done when you make it in a dish. It's a leftover thing as well. With often people put in sausage or chicken or any kind of seafood that you have. Today, we are going to make a seafood one.
Now, there's a little bit of an art to making paella, especially with the rice. Am I right or am I wrong in the sense that we're not supposed to stir the rice too much when you make a paella? Like, is it not supposed to stay in the pan and not be touched? Because I've had my hands smacked at Aunt Diane's because my aunt, she makes paella, and she doesn't stir it because that's the rule. Okay. So she's told me.
That's the rule with rice in general.
Oh.
So generally when you're making rice, you don't really want to disturb it too much. But with paella, or when you're making the creamy risotto, like a creamy Italian type rice, then stirring's not so bad because you're making it into a saucy thing anyway. But yeah, generally when you're making rice, it's not a good thing to stir.
That might explain why my rice always comes out kind of on the mushy side because I'm constantly stirring it up.
Yep,
do something,
do it.
come back and I stir it up. So, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for the lesson there.
No problem.
All right. So what did you just put in there? A little bit of butter?
This is just some butter, and we are going to add some, oops, I don't know how to use your machine. We're going to add some.
I don't either, Melanie.
We're going to add some garlic into that. So it's just some chopped fresh garlic. And I can't get it off my spoon.
All right.
So that's the beginning. And then we are doing the seafood today, so we're going to put our seafood right in. Our blend is mussels, shrimp, scallop, calamari.
Yum.
So obviously you can do a fish paella. You don't have to do anything in particular.
What does the word paella mean?
You know what? I don't even know. It is a Spanish, like from Spain, Spanish-based meal. But I don't know that it has an actual meaning. If it does, maybe somebody could find that out for us.
All right.
Don't actually
Maybe we can send someone out to Google it for us. You're at home and you're Googling, and if you're going to call in for trivia later on, maybe you can let us know.
That's right.
Okay.
So we just cook our seafood first, a little bit, and then we're going to add our vegetables. So you want to chop some vegetables up.
All right. Any
Some
which
nice
way?
Peppers, any which way, just dicing it.
All right.
So the normal way, you take out the pith and the seeds and stuff. Not too many people like to eat those.
All right.
Just going to move this off. And then we're just going to dice it.
The main vegetables that are used in Mexican dishes, is it typically, it's typically the peppers, right?
Oh yeah,
Peppers and
tomatoes, onions, yeah. Things you'd find in salsa, for example. They're very predominant there.
Okay.
They don't do eggplant and that sort of thing in that part of the world very often.
No, I guess not, eh? All right. Oh, look at, okay. Clearly, we know who's the professional here. I'm coming. Sorry, Melanie.
No, that's all right. No problem. I'm going to get some onion going as well, so don't lean over it or you'll cry. You know how it has a tendency.
I know. All right. Now, that seafood over there in the frying pan is not going to take too long, probably.
Nope. I'm going to flip it over, the shrimp and the scallop. And then we're going to throw in the veg. And you just want to, lightly, you don't want to cook it down and kill it.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay. Now, when it comes to the seafood, I know with the shrimp, to tell that it's done, it turns that pink color, right?
Yes, exactly.
Now, what about everything else? Okay, the mussels, they open up, and if they don't open, then you chuck them, right?
The shrimp are turning pink on this side now, so that's the idea. And generally, people like to brown scallop nicely, so you could do it in a separate pan if you wanted to. Everybody who cooks regularly has their own sort of technique for that sort of thing.
I like mine with that, that brown, crispy on,
yeah.
a little bit of the butter on there.
Yeah, so that you'd want to do it in a separate, pan for that. So we're just going to put in the veg now.
Oh, we're tossing everything in.
It's a kitchen sink one.
I like that. You know what? Because one pan, less dishes for Mom.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Dinner is served. And dishes will be done in 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Not
I like
a bad
that.
thing.
Exactly.
So this is basically what we do, and then we let it cook a little while, saute the vegetables a bit, make sure that the seafood's cooked, and then we add a seafood sauce, which is, we make it in the restaurants, usually a fish stock, or you could do a veggie stock, something like that. some vegetables, some seasonings, stuff like that, that you've cooked down and then you've pureed it. We can sell it to you at the store as well, or at the restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, it's coming up very squirty in the squirty bottle.
That's okay. All right.
And then you just simmer it down a little bit longer with the paella sauce on it. And then typically you serve it over rice, which we have right there.
There we go. All right, we'll let that simmer up there a little bit. You could even, you know what? I'm going to take these off because I really want you to plate that up for us here with the rice to get the full effect there. Under the Volcano is located 717 Richmond Street, where Richmond meets Piccadilly. You can find them online. I love underthevolcano.com as well. We've got about 30 seconds left. Tell me if I want to book a birthday party because I got someone special having a birthday coming up real soon.
We do. We have musicians that play. We have. We'll do a birthday party for you. So if you bring in all of your friends, we'll feed you appetizers and such, and you take care of your drinks, and if you're interested in drinking, and